Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Social Doctor, and this is Dr. Ayushi. The Social Doctor is a platform for the doctors by the doctors, where we are on a mission to help each and every doctor with their career growth. And we do that by interviewing doctors from different specialities every week on Wednesdays and Sundays. And today we have Dr. Mukesh Panwar with us. He is a dentist who has been working into the public health sector since multiple years. Along with practicing in his clinic, he has a special initiative by the name of Smile Express. He also has multiple feathers in his cap, like having her certification by the Unleashed Denmark certification, as well as also going to the School of Social Entrepreneurship sponsored by the British Council and the PwC. Welcome, Doctor, to the platform. And actually, he's here to tell us multiple small tips that every dentist can follow to increase his patient flow and how can he grow his practice, because he has learned through his multiple years of experience. And so he's here to tell us about the same. So let's welcome him on the platform and understand about his special initiative, as well as some small tips that can help us to grow as well. Welcome, doctor, to the platform. It's really really nice to have you here.
Thank you, Dr. Ayushi. The Social Doctor is a matter of great pleasure and pride to be part of this initiative. Finally, I got a chance and opportunity. Thanks for having me here. And it's always it's a good opportunity for people to be alive and to discuss and discuss about some good topics or concepts with dental fraternity. Thank you so much.
Correct. Absolutely true, sir. So now, let's discuss a brief journey about how has been the journey of yours till now. How did it evolve of you getting into the public sector?
Yeah, my school life played a pivotal role in shaping my thoughts for social services, or I can say some nationhood programs. After passing my schools, I just opted for a dental school, and I graduated. But while pursuing dentistry, I realized that most of the dental clinics are set up in urban areas, and there's no any effective dental health policy work or project that is going on, because it's always ignored by some, maybe the policymakers, those who are having that opportunity to create that type of national policy works. So I realized that there is no any effective dental health facilities available in rural areas. But only the realization is not and we have to do something. So I decided what I can do. I just figured it out, what are the models available. So I just taken a hands-on experience of working with different organizations. I got selected for School for Social Entrepreneur, where I worked on that model. Even I traveled across for different healthcare institutions, how they are running, how they are solving problem with different types of illnesses. And finally, we got selected for Denmark Innovation Lab. And they suggested how we can solve the burning issue. So journeys from last 6 to 7 years, I am actively engaged in this type of works.
Mm-hmm. That's really nice to know, sir. And actually, to understand that there is somebody who is actually working on this initiative is really glad to know. So now, starting with the topic, what are the simple tips that you want to tell the dentists that they should implement on an everyday basis to grow their practices?
Yeah, I'm totally agree with that topic, because this is one of the most what I guess is the time demand for the dentist, those who are practicing. And I'm assuming that the fresher dentist and the dentist already those who are having 5-year old dental practice. So I am very lucky enough that I got opportunity to interact with many good dental practitioners, good academicians, and people those who are actively working in dental marketing sector also. So there are hundreds of ways and hundreds of topics that we can. It is not like a 1 day or the 2 day or the 3 hours program that we can do something on, but definitely I will try my best to amalgamate all those topics. So there are many ways to attract patients. First of all, if I say my own formula, the PPS, your personal, professional, and social life, definitely they all are interrelated to each other. But definitely they are also having that influence on each thing. So if I say, when we are talking about dental practice, how we can do, so how we can plan that, how we can retain our previous patients, how we can plan our USP, how we can be the authoritative choice for that particular reason, how we can be the known as a good player for particularly in that local vicinity, how our social media can be work sensibly, how we can have a good website that can attract more people, how online reviews can help us, how we can book ourselves in like yellow pages or some local dictionaries. So there are many ways to do all these things. But the first and almost like when we are talking about the Indian context or the dentistry that we are practicing in tier 3 or town areas, that it matters a lot. So like the first thing, the already patient, those who are treated by you, how you can retain them. The second one is once the patient enter in your clinic, how your office culture, the office culture, or I can say the dental ambience can help them to be retained. And the third one is when patient is treated by you and how it is going. So it's a complete mechanism, like how patient must come to your clinic, how you are treating him, and after treating, how you like how that patient can be the ambassador or how he can spread the word of mouth for your clinic. So there are many things that is related to each other. So we have to work in a very fine-tuned manner with every aspect of it. Like if we are talking about, because dentistry is all inventory-based, you know, the investment. So we need to be focused around it. And there are many things like if the patient is already in our clinic, how we can retain it. The first and foremost thing, we must take some general information. That person's phone number, the email ID, the locality will be with us. And that can be shared with our receptionist or the first person who will be the first interaction with your patient will be your team. So your team must be trained effectively.
Correct.
Otherwise, it will like all the employee must be on same page. Correct. Even your receptionist, your assistant, or your associate dentist must know what are the value sets for that particular dental clinic, what are the protocols we are following, and we must be on same page. There must be no any miscommunication. So it itself is a very big task, like how we can train people for our the person who can be assistant, the person who can be receptionist, so they can share the general information with us. And likewise, when patient comes to operatory, and if we already know that locality, that person is coming from X location, and if you have already treated the person from X location, then you can just introduce patient that we have treated that person from your X location. So like it's just a, you know, what the patient got a trust that that particular person is also treated from that doctors. The second thing, a person or he or she must, the person who is visiting to you, he must know everything about the treatment that is going to be happen. Because the thing is will be different that you are having that problem, but after solving the main problem, we can offer some additional services. So first the patient, because in Indian context, the person particularly comes when there is pain into particular tooth. Otherwise, he never like to come for a clinic. So we must first introduce him with what problem is exactly going on. Then we can go for some additional service that you are also having that type of problems. But when patient is like after treatment, when it's going, then definitely that is the most important time after consultation, because that what I guess is the golden time or the golden period through which we will discuss the patient, that what is your experience. Even your receptionist will help us. So after like, you know, frequent visit, if I say how to retain the patients, then definitely in a month you must contact him via, if he or she is using WhatsApp, then definitely we must share what updates we have in our clinics, what new technology we are having in our clinics, any other consultation, like if we are having an orthodontist visit or we are having any specialist visit, then definitely we must update them. There must be some patient data management, so we can share them the update and they can share with their teams. The second thing is like how to be a local hero. How to be a local hero in that particular choice, because definitely there will be some competitive advantage. So what is your USP in that particular reason? Why must patient come to your clinic? That's the best part. Why must they come to your clinic? Why must they switch over a dentist that is already treating them? Why the person must come to your clinic? So there must be some USP.
Yes, correct.
The USP, if I talk, that USP, it may be in terms of your specialization. The USP, it may be in terms of your flexible payment option. If I say the USP, it may be in terms of your authority choice for that particular reason. Now the thing is that how you can be the most, the well-known face, particularly in your community, because the dentistry is localized profession.
Correct.
So you must like the people. There are many like when we are talking about marketing, branding, and advertisement. Most of the people and what we learned during our dental, how to do a good RCT, how to have a good denture, but we never know and we never taught that how to market yourself.
Correct.
That is very good. How we can do a superior treatment, we can do a good RCT, we can give a good implants, but we don't know how to market it. There are many academicians and those who are like heading the department. They are also running their clinics. But the best part, they are having that type of good knowledge. But the marketing itself is a very different task. When you are in your dental clinic, then that is not different that how much you know, but how the people can come to you.
Correct.
It's totally, and the dentist is in a very big role because a person is having that operatory and dental setup. I will say definitely the dentist itself an entrepreneur, but he must hone his skill, particularly in business development thing, marketing thing, and customer relation thing. These are the very important things. So it must be the message, the same message must be circulated within the team, and there must be always a feedback team with a team that what problem you are facing, and if your assistant is not well trained or he is not satisfied with that particular job, then definitely it will reflect in your practice also.
Right.
Right. So then we can like to think of expanding the services. Totally depends. Now many people ask me that how we can be the local like the player of that particular in society, how we can. So the person can join or sponsor any local event, like where most of the people are gathered. Like I usually say it, host marketing.
Okay.
Because there is already some, the local fair may be there, or local some religious program may be there, or some local rally must be there. So either you can sponsor that program or you can be the speaker of that program. That can be the done things. Even you can share some already good going or the things are working. So it may be the option of co-branding with your organization. So there are multiple ways through which you can market yourself. And the second, I say that the best thing that even your health circle, the people, those who are the physician, the surgeon, the pharmacist, even the nursing people, those who are working in your territory or your area, so you can like they can invite them for visit. You can invite them visit and have a look on our clinic, what facilities we are having, and some influential people, those who are like we can say the political representative or the community workers, they can be part of your some initiative. Like some good doctors started in Punjab, the Mission Smile. So there are many like players, some school principals and the Rotary Club. The other people are also part of that organization. So it's totally depend on you. That definitely when where your clinic is there, and in a country like India, when there is a mismatch of population and dentist ratio, so it is a huge opportunity for any dentist. Like definitely, if there are 1 lakh people in living your nearby, like to your clinic or that area, in 10 lakh area, then definitely you is not sure that all the people know you about you. So if we are definitely some mouth marketing will work, but definitely you need to have your presence on online presence also. There must be a website, or if you are not able to have that website, there must be some online presence. So at least the people can get your contact number, what services you are offering, what is your time for that particular, and so they can get. And definitely the bios of that particular person or the dentist those who are working there, it must be mentioned in, because some people nowadays, the social media, or what I can say, the data is the new fuel, particularly in India, and like so it will help us. And the second thing, if like someone want to introduce more, we can use many tools. Even if people are those who are not having website, I will recommend the people must have website, but people are not having website, they must have Facebook page. And before that, I want to add one thing. Your clinic name, it's not like that you are adding your name city on the name of city or something, or anything name you cannot, but the name must be legally registered. Either it may be registered in it may be a trademark registration, it may be a private limited registration, or it may be a proprietorship registration, because it will like leave a last long impression. It may be it on your stationery, it may be on your Facebook presence. So it is very essential, because nowadays many dentists are working with the fancy names, but it is not registered. And in very interesting case happened with you, if you know the dental clinic chain of My Dentist. So like they started with this name and they done enough like full-fledged marketing and they published everything. But what happened? The Bangalore-based dentist claimed that this name is taken by me. So finally they taken that name from My Dentist to Sabka Dentist. So when you are investing your like hoarding or money for that flags and for pamphlets and all this thing, it is really crucial.
Correct.
Or otherwise you can do some Google and research on your name, because definitely your name will affect. But in even context, like it really doesn't matter much more that your name and all this thing. But when you are expanding your service, definitely it will matter.
Correct. Yes.
So
yes. So actually, some really important points, and being explained in such a short time. I'm sure this is a full packed of information that, if followed, will definitely help you to increase your patient flow as well as your practice to where you want it to be. Because these are some very small points, if followed on a regular basis, will add on an everyday basis and increase your practice and increase your growth. Definitely, all the points are very crucial, and thank you so much for mentioning all of them here, so that even if you forget it, it revises in your mind that this is something I'm missing out on. So now, after discussing such important points, what do you think that as you a dentist is working in the public health sector, what do you think that dentists should do for themselves to increase awareness among the society for the for the dental health, as well as something for their fraternity?
Right. So I am always Dr. curious to know about what exactly ongoing, particularly for awareness program, and I worked well on definitely what are the worldwide what other people are doing for awareness session. So I spent my much more time, like last 6 to 7 years, I spent good time with working on that particular public health domain, and I just figured out that there are many awareness program or school based, or if I say the rural based awareness program is going on, and even dental colleges and other dental institutions are doing well, particularly, but it is limited to a curriculum only. I say that there is something that there is a guideline of Dental Council of India that you need to do that particular camps in your nearby areas, and definitely the TV commercial also helping people to know about you must have namak in your toothpaste.
Yes.
But what I realize, and even there are many things, but what I realize that in a country like India, where most of the people reside in rural areas, and it's a very alarming thing that if someone is having pain in that particular tooth, then he or she may visit to a nearby person, and they can prescribe a medication for them. But the medication will help till it's effective, but definitely it needs mechanical intervention. And when we are talking about Indian healthcare system, then definitely there are community health services, primary health services, and sub healthcare centers are available. Depend on the population size, they are available in Indian healthcare systems. Mostly the people know about the CSC and the PSC and the SSC. But like while visiting in a rural area, because I worked a lot with the World Health Organization as a field monitor and different type of organization, I realized that there are primary health facilities are available, but there is no any dentist or that is particularly working in that area.
Correct.
So I realized what are the reason for what is why this the status quo of dentistry particularly. The first thing is rural urban disparity. And the second reason is like non-availability of dental care. If the facility is not available in your particular area, then you people are not able to get that facility. Like there are many other initiatives that is working in rural area, the facilities are available and villagers are able to take advantage of it.
Yes.
So the non-availability of dental care and ignorance towards dental health.
Correct.
That is the much more what I can say the major barrier for this particular things. So I worked on these things, how the solution can be developed, because to build an awareness program will be not enough to do something for it. You just go to that particular village and you just like giving the information about your dental health, and you just need to brush twice a day. It will be not enough, because village people are very sensitive, and the people are very straightforward in terms of that.
Mm.
Uh, that we know exactly we need to brush twice, but what will happen to what our that particular problem we are having or facing nowadays, because people are having some gingivitis, periodontitis problem.
Mm.
So then we decided to do something, and a dentist can be a champion for that particular reason. If dentist is only limited to his or her clinic, then it will not suffice the profession, what I can say, the some ethics or the dharma of a being dentist, because we must be a known face in that our particular location, or we can adopt. I'm not talking that we must do a very philanthropic service to all the villages, not like that. We can adopt a school where we can go and we can do some, some awareness session. Initially, I started with Sam Patton, so we can do some awareness session. At least that we can be the part of that schools, or we can be dental health partner of that particular school. You can depend on your location. You can adopt a rural school. Depend on your location. You can adopt a school in urban areas, but definitely it will help to enhance your practice itself.
Yes.
Likewise, because if you are having dental health partner of a school where the 200 plus students are working of that particular area,
Yes.
then if you are sharing the information with them, definitely the children or the school children will go to their homes and they will discuss that particular thing happened today in our school. And so definitely it will help to enhance your practice. This is also one of the method or simple tips to improve your clinical practice. The second clinical, the things like the how a dentist can part of, there are many, the industrial areas are also like in every most of the towns nearby, because nowadays they are rapidly growing cities, so there are much more industries are going towards rural areas. So even you can join some community-based organization. There are many organizations that is working. Some organizations are already working on health sectors. So there are, even when I started, there are some organizations, those who are conducting the health and blood donation camps. So we started with them. Definitely the person who is visiting more, the problem may have eye related problem, ear related problem, but definitely some people will be for dental problems also. So you can join some health camps also, interactive health camps. The third one is you can be the part of many, like, the high net worth, like capacity organization. There are many organizations working. It may be a Rotary Club, it may be a Lions Club, or much more those who are social clubs. The people are doing something for welfare of society. So you can be part of that thing also. If I say particularly, you can be your clinic can be the dental health partner of that school. Your clinic can adopt a village particular. If I say the village population may be like, it may vary from 5,000 to 10,000. You can adopt a village and you can distribute. If your bud is there, you can distribute some toothbrush and toothpaste also. It totally depends on person.
So actually, this is something that is a part of his initiative, being dentist. So, can you just explain about that as well? You also mentioned that. So how does that work?
Yeah, definitely. Like before that, I just want to discuss, because why we are thinking of being dentist community, and why I am like serious about that particular initiative. Because we are definitely, if I am technically right, we are the first organization who got opportunity to be a part with Atal Incubation Center program. So we are lucky enough that we got selected for 6 out of 6 startup we selected for it, because we are like, there are many people or the many organizations, they are doing good things. Particularly if I say for eye, the Arvind Eye Care is doing. If I say for cardiac healthcare, the Dr. Devi Sethi, they people are providing affordable things. But what a dentist can do. So Smile Express is definitely a flagship initiative. We have done good works, and we developed an integrated solution, and the problems are different. The itself is a very multifactorial reason that to this status quo dentistry. We developed the solution in SandTune. But soon we realized that the funding is not the option that you can sustain your program.
Correct.
It will not, it can help you for one project, it can help you for 1 year, for 2 years. But definitely there must be some changes from our fraternity also. There are organizations, there are member organizations, there are dental institutions, they are working well. And even like last time when we got a Rao Memorial Award for this initiative in my family and community. So we got a chance to interact with many people, those who are doing different type of initiative, and people are also nominated. But soon I realized this is not a one dentist, two dentists, or three dentists, or the group of dentists or 100 dentists can bring a transformation or can bring a dramatic change. So being dentist, if I say, is a group or a community of dedicated health professionals, those who can bring some major change in the status quo of dentistry. It may be like they can adopt one school, they can adopt one gram panchayat, they can adopt a locality area or in a slums area. It totally depends on dentist capacity, how he or she want to do service. Or either they can do in that particular thing that if they want to celebrate their birthday, they want to celebrate their wedding anniversary, or they want to celebrate their special day, or they want to commemorate anything to for anything, any reason. So they can start a fundraiser program, or they can like do some cross subsidized thing. If you probably heard about the Tom Tom shoes model, that if you are going to purchase one pair of shoe and you are going to purchase it, then definitely in other corner of world, definitely there will be a donation of one corner, the one pair of shoes to another person, right? So being dentist is a like it will be a platform where the people can come. If as I discussed that the programs can be sustained by corporate social responsibility grants and the fundings. But what exactly I want in a country like India, where we have like many dentists or the dental workforce is there, being dentist can bring some good changes, particularly in rural area, because there are many people, those who are waiting for you guys, and like there are road that is less traveled, there are things that there are many people those who want to listen your voice, and there are many things that can be done. And definitely nowadays the dentists are turning for that particular, like it may be what I can say dental odyssey or something like program, so dentists can invest some good times. Even people are coming from US and other countries, they are spending some time in Leh Ladakh area, they set up their clinics also. So it's time to do something for our nation.
Correct. That's true. That's completely true. It's very important to bring that awareness out and help the rural population. So now you have already mentioned briefly about Smile Express. Can you explain us in detail what exactly Smile Express is all about?
No, definitely. I have many things to share so about Smile Express, but I have some interesting facts about it. Definitely, there are many people, those who heard about some two organization that is very famous. If I say the Smile Train is there, so
Yes.
definitely the people are treating cleft lip patient children's, and so definitely the Smile Train. And in India, there is a Lifeline Express or the Jeevan Rekha Express that is run by Impact India Foundation. So like in 2015, I coined the name that what can be the name of that my integrated projects, or if I say the mobile dental van. So I just coined the name Smile Express, and luckily it got like the good recognition from people. So finally I registered the name. It is now registered trademark, and it is like many people, and the articles coverage is also done by your story and some organization. Even the documentary is also made. So I am very happy that whatever I am thinking in my mind, and I just worked on this particular, that what these are the problems and how integrated dental health problems, how integrated dental health plans can be developed to solve this type of issues. So we worked on every aspect of that problem. We also like developed a module. I think this is the first module that is developed for ASA, Anganwadi and nursing staff for dental health curriculum, so that they must know about dental health.
Doctor, yes.
Yeah.
The video got interrupted. Sorry. Yes.
Yes, it happens.
Yes. So please continue. Yes.
Yeah. So like oral pulse we develop also, because when we are going to village area, but there was like only the dentist know about the dentistry and the dental health issues. But we also conducted this program for ASA, Anganwadi and some health workers, those who are frontline health workers. The oral pulse is a training curriculum, like it's a 45-minute session for dental health. So in this, they just know the basic information about dental health. What are the treatment options? What are the problems that can be in general? What are the treatment options available? And what are the nearby center where you can go and get treatment? We developed that program. We also developed one program that is that tobacco counseling program with it. So because there are many problems in particular in rural areas, there are tobacco chewing and all these things.
Correct.
So
Correct.
there is a whole ceremony in front of that particular village that I will not going to use or consume that particular tobacco for, and they just have that quit or with in front of whole community. So it's a very like we have done some like community based or some innovative strategy to make our camp successful.
That's actually really nice to know, because understanding the effects of tobacco and implementing that in the rural areas is very difficult to implement. And I'm sure apart from tobacco, there are many small things and many very important things that you are doing through Smile Express for the betterment of the rural as well as for the nation. So now when we have discussed everything related to the your initiative as well as how to grow the practices for the dentist, some really few points, what is it that you want to suggest the upcoming fresher dentists who are looking forward to grow their career ahead? What are some points that you want to mention?
Yeah, like in this quarantine, I utilize my time to read some 2 or 3 books, which is like written by dentists or
Okay.
written for dental work. So I just might give sincere advice to all the fresher graduates. Like,
Hmm.
uh, first of all, you just need to decide your like what exactly you want from your life, because you are going to invest your full life for this particular career. So first of all, you need to do a fair or honest assessment. Like, are you really part to be this particular profession? Because there are many myths, or I can say the misconceptions related to this profession, that there is no any like the scope or something like that. But if if I say I am a diabetic dentist, I just like want to many like in the public health and different sector, I came back to that particular profession. So I will recommend that first of all, you need to do honest assessment. Then you realize, because it's one of the emerging, I can say, healthcare sector, and you can do your own practice and you can like excel in your life. So always assess. And if I say, if you really a fair opinion about that, then you must read some books. That is the one book I have with me, that's more than a mouthful, that is written by Sandesh Mayekar and it is forwarded by Lata Mangeshkar. The Dr. Mayekar, celebrity dentist, and he written everything like it's a very like good or some really good points that how he started his journey. And if I say the one book is written on and some articles written on Mahesh Verma, the VC of that Indraprastha University. So the people who belong from that I can say the middle India, the people belong, and how they travel that journey, like from being a dentist to a very well versed face in Indian fraternity, dental fraternity. So you can get a dentist can also get a Padam Shri, or they like the pioneer of aesthetic dentistry in India. They people started with a very small steps. Now they set a milestone for us. So there is a very like long road ahead, and you can think of a very big opportunity. So always you must be surrounded with good people, those who can give you a fair opinion about your practice, your personal life also. And the second thing, you must be a good reader, or you must be a good things that you can go and search things, and you must be updated with your clinical standards and your knowledge about what is happening. Along with dentistry, you must be a good, what I can say, you can market yourself. So even you probably heard about Dr. Ujjwal Patni, who is like a dentist and motivational speaker. So it will help you people to propel your ongoing efforts to do a successful journey for your dental professional career.
Correct, correct. That's true. And there are many dentists who are coming up with these dual professional aims and fulfilling their hobbies as well along with the dental career. And this is something very great happening around. I believe, especially for dentists, and the idea that you are being able to satisfy both parts of your profession as well as your your needs and your aims is amazing. That's really nice to know about about all of them that you just mentioned. So now we also wanted to know some of the motivational quotes and some of the motivation, something that always keeps you motivated, because working in the public health is not easy. So how have you been, kept yourself motivated all through this path and still do? What is the secret behind it?
Yeah, it's not like if I really, if I want to quote it, then definitely I just like rephrase the terms that is given by the founder of Social School for Social Entrepreneur India, that is started in first time in London. So the quote is that is given by Michael Young, that everybody has a capacity to be remarkable.
Mm.
If I translate in Hindi, then because in country like India, when most of the presentation are in English, but we are working with Hindi people, and we are particularly working with the people those who don't know both the languages. So हर किसी के पास कुछ न कुछ उल्लेखनीय करने की कुछ क्षमता होती है. So everybody has a capacity to be remarkable, and always do something to boost up your productivity and your passion. You must have that type of habit, right? So you can excel in your life.
Correct. That's so true. And it's just to work on your passion and become remarkable, and to do what you want to do. Thank you so much, doctor, to help us, to help us being motivated and to guide us in the right track. It's really nice to hear each and every point that you just mentioned, and also to know about the Smile Express and the Beak Dentist initiative by your end. It's truly amazing, and truly an amazing idea for the nation, and to keep people, to keep the awareness on, and to help people to build their awareness, and as well as understanding the fellow dentists to how to increase their dental practice. Thank you so much for coming here at
And
yes.
I will also thank you, Dr. Ayushi, to you also, because you started something very unique initiative on Facebook. The social doctor, you are not helping dentist, even you are helping a medical professional to because the thing is that people are always talking to him only, like they are talking with himself only, but you people are providing platform to share the information and what is going on. So it's a good platform, and I wish you all the best and for continuing this initiative.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm really motivated to hear all of these things from you. I'm sure I also believe in the same, so I continue with this.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure all of you must be really got lots of insights about how to grow your practices, as well as something, in general, hearing his motivational quotes, hearing what he thinks about growing your practice, what he thinks, how can you help the nation, as well as bring awareness as a dentist, some really small points that can help you to grow a person yourself as well as your practice. Do share it with your friends and colleagues. I'm sure it will be helpful for many people out there, to motivate them, to help them grow their career as well as their practices. Thank you so much, Dr. Mukesh. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here at this time. Do follow us on our Instagram as well as YouTube channels, because you can find all our old videos there, which will also help you in your career growth. Thank you so much, everyone. Do join us in our coming up live videos on Wednesdays and Sundays for some really interesting topics. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.